Deontay Wilder says that the fight with Anthony Joshua is still there despite him losing to Andy Ruiz Jr. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, Wilder was a live, well, not live, but a satellite feed guest on SportsCenter with Scott Van Pelt. And this is what Wilder had to say regarding a Joshua fight. He said, well, I think that the fight will always be there. It doesn't mean it's the end of the world when you have a loss. Many champions, many of our fighters in history have come back from losses. That's how they become 2, 3, 4, 5-time champions. A lot of people, just because you lose, they think it's over with. Because with the landscape and what's going on, you have a fighter, and it sounded like he was talking about Floyd Mayweather. He said a fighter that came up with the motto of having a reputation of winning all the time. He made a lot of money out of it, and he executed on winning and kept winning. And now all these fighters, they see that, and they think that you have to be undefeated to get all the way to the top and the very top and make the most money. But that's not true. Most fighters, you have more fighters in the business that have more opportunities fighting for titles with losses on their records than you do with wins. It's all about what you do upon defeat, how you get back up, brush yourself off. Just because Anthony Joshua's lost and the mega fight ain't happening right now doesn't mean that it can't happen in the future. It doesn't mess up the money. It does mess up the money a little bit, but hey, man. And then he also said, hey, that messes up your money. And Wilder laughed. He's like, nah, it ain't messing up my money. There you go. You a smart man. He ain't messing up my money. Meaning like he ain't the one that took the L. Listen, Deontay Wilder has composed himself like a true champion. He's maintained his belt when others didn't. Tyson Fury is undefeated, yes, but he lost his belt due to activity that he did outside the ring. So he had to relinquish his belt. And one of them got stripped, and then Charles Martin fought for it. Charles Martin became a champion and lost it. Joseph Parker became a champion in a fight with Andy Ruiz that he arguably, shouldn't have won. But then he had a couple fights, didn't really look great, and then he lost it. AJ just lost. Wilder has remained a constant. I like Wilder, how he's composing himself and how he's leaving the door open. But Joshua got to get past Andy Ruiz before, the rematch is not done. But if Joshua doesn't make, major improvements and look spectacular, then I don't know who really wants to see the Deontay Wilder versus AJ fight, because a lot of people think AJ quit. They think he's mentally weak. They think that he was exposed. Joe Joyce just did a recent interview and he said that Joshua's chin, Andy Ruiz proved that it wasn't that great. So against a monstrous puncher like Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, I don't know how many people are into it now. It's looking like Andy Ruiz has taken that seat that Joshua was at the dinner table, and he's made a name for himself. Now people, based on the chin and the durability that he showed Andy Ruiz, they might want to see Wilder versus Ruiz, a black fighter versus a Mexican-American fighter. That might be a fight. And they're both aligned with the same promoter. So it remains to be seen. I got to see how Joshua bounces back from all of this, but he's going to have to bounce back in a major way for people to place him up where he was previously. The way Eddie Hearn talked him up, the way the fans and YouTubers and different people talked him up, he's going to have to he's going to have to look like a brand new fighter, because we all seen what happened versus Andy Ruiz, and it wasn't a good night. Like I said, it's not the fact that he lost, it's how he lost. Spitting his gum shit out on all fours, stamina looked horrible, looked like he went into the fight underestimating Andy Ruiz. None of this is a good sign. And then after, it made it worse, because the marks on his face and black eyes, there are rumors of how he got them. They're saying Joey Dweco, a guy with 7 losses, a good fighter though, hurt him in camp. They were saying he had an anxiety attack. Maybe this was just all too much too soon for Anthony Joshua, but with all those stigmas and rumors and different things. And I understand that Sky Sports and Matchroom, they're trying to protect their investment and denounce and deny all these rumors. Oh, no, Andy Ruiz just won. He didn't have a panic attack. He didn't do this. I know they're trying, but that doesn't stop the perception. Some people, including me, thinks there's some truth to those statements. Some of them. Not taking anything from Andy Ruiz. He won fair and square. But it looked like the pressure amounted with Wilder's sensational knockout in the first round of Dominic Breazeale, him announcing his fight with Luis Ortiz and Tyson Fury, you know, him riding around through Miami with a green do-rag and underestimating Andy Ruiz and filming vlogs for YouTube. It seemed like he grew in love with the celebrity more than the hard work and dedication that it takes to keep it here. And that, like I said, this should be a cautionary tale for future boxers. People always want to be like Floyd Mayweather, like Wilder is saying. This is something I've said. I have a quote. I've said this for years now. If you guys follow my channel and really fuck with me, everybody wants to be Money Mayweather, but they don't want to have to go through the Pretty Boy Floyd stages. There was no Money Mayweather if there was no Pretty Boy Floyd. Everybody wants the, you know, phenomenal paychecks and, you know, record breaking. At one point, Joshua said he wanted to be a billionaire. I don't see that happening. You know, he's already taken a major loss. I don't see him becoming a billionaire through boxing like he said. But that's just my opinion. Everyone wants to be Money Mayweather, but they don't want to be Pretty Boy Floyd. They don't want to go through that. Floyd is almost deceitful, because I know people that know Floyd, that train with Floyd, sparred Floyd personally, and not one of them. Some of them don't even have a good relationship with Floyd anymore. Not one of them have insulted that man's, whether they're still cool with him or not. Not one of them have insulted that man's work ethic. There's no one I know that says Floyd don't work hard, that he's not a gym rat, that he's lazy and he won't, you know, run miles, or he won't work out for 3 hours. So he put the work in. You know, a lot of guys in the social media age, they need to go back to the throwback fighters, the George Foremans, the Frazier's, the Ali's, where they were fighting for, you know, to stay afloat, trying to make ends meet. There's so much money available in boxing. Some people lose that hunger. Like Marvin Hagler said, it's hard to get up and run, you know, 7-8 miles in silk pajamas. You know, you got a silk robe, silk pajamas. You had your boy Anthony Joshua doing an MTV Cribs special about a makeshift gym in Miami that he probably is not going to keep. It's not like, you know, this is my new house or something. This is a temporary Miami warehouse that you know, turned into a gym and put 2 rings in and stuff and have graffiti spread. Who does that? Like, this was a disaster in the making. You're gonna be he's back in, and then in the vlog he said, I don't even have one of these in London. So you're doing something in America that you haven't even done in London. That was a red flag, bro. Why would you have I have a graffiti artist and he put Africa in a continent and it says AJ Boxing? Who's worried about that type of stuff? You know, I understand having money, but just because you have it don't mean you have to spend it. You know, you should be worried, especially when the opponents were switching and things like that, with Gerald Miller failing the drug test. I don't see how that would be your main focus. I got a saying, my main focus is to remain focused. And I think somewhere along the line, Joshua lost that. He's an Olympian, a gold medalist. He should know better than that. Why are you even training in Miami for a New York fight? Why are you filming episodes to your vlog and hosting it? It's not like you're just training and somebody's following you with the camera. You're actually hosting it like, oh, yo, welcome to my humble abode. This is a shower, and this is Africa. You know, I have an Africa tattoo, and we had a graffiti guy. He did the graffiti. You know, it all seemed weird. Now Andy Ruiz has taken your lunch, and you have to build back. So, you know, I hear what Wilder's saying about the AJ fight, but the way it's looking, if he gets past Luis Ortiz, especially if he gets past Tyson Fury, you know, Joshua's going to have to really bounce back in a major way. And I think beyond just beating Andy Ruiz, and that in itself is a tall order. I don't know that he beats Andy Ruiz, you know, especially same team. What is going to be the difference? You're going to just train in London, you know? So to me, Joshua kind of just has a puncher's chance. Andy Ruiz has faster hands, better footwork, better defense, better chin, stuff like that. But that's my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Wilder said the fight's not off the table. I hear him. It's not technically. But if Joshua doesn't look significantly better, I don't know how many people are going to desire that. If you're new, consider subscribing. We working.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.